Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and today we're gonna talk some more about eyeshadows and my current top 10 favorite eyeshadows for winter or eyeshadow palettes that I own in my collection. These 10 are in no specific order. These are just the 10 that I will most likely play a lot with during the winter season. It's currently snowing here in Norway when I'm filming this, and we do have snow already, so let's jump right on in. So I do have two smaller palettes. We have a quad and a 6-pan palette. Other than that, we have everything from 10 pans to 20. Yes. So let's start off with the smallest one, and it's from a Swedish brand called Beauty Act, and this is the Lilac Mania palette, and it looks like this. These eyeshadows are quite big. They are each 1.8 grams, so they are quite bigger than the normal standard eyeshadow, but yeah, this is just a really nice, quick and easy quad, and this shimmer right here is insane. This is more of a satin, and then you have two mattes, but this shimmer is worth the quad by itself. Like, yeah, this was the summer collection this year, 2021, from this brand, and yeah, it's actually more of a winter palette for me, but I absolutely adore this quad, and I'm really happy I picked this up, and yeah, it's just really easy to use, and it's a nice everyday kind of palette as well. Next up, we have the Lethal Cosmetics Destiny palette. It's one of their 6-pan palettes from the Rights collection. I have all 3 palettes in that collection, and yeah, the sleeve and the packaging is matching. You do have the names of the eyeshadow on the packaging, but not on the palette, so that's kind of why I'm keeping the sleeve, and of course to protect these mini palettes. And this is the cooler toned palette of the 3. You have one that's more of a fall palette and one that's more spring summer. This one can also be a spring palette, but yeah, it's more of a cooler toned neutral palette with a pop of dark purple. Absolutely stunning. You can tell I have pan in this palette already, and I am currently having these 2 in my Build Your Own palette for December. I had this one in for November, and yeah, they are really beautiful shadows, and they are really easy to blend and easy to apply, and they're just, I really do love Lethal Cosmetics formulas. They are really good. So yeah, if you haven't tried out their formula and want to, then try picking up one of their 6-pan palettes. They're really good. Next up, we have a palette I haven't used yet, and I have swatched it, and I must say, after swatching it, I don't know if I like the formula enough to try some more palettes from them, but that might change when I first use it on my eyes. And I'm actually talking about the Melt Cosmetics Mary Jane palette. Now the packaging is stunning, and like the name itself, you have glitters that's going up and down when you play with it, and it's really cute, and the color story by itself is stunning. Just wished it was a little bit more diverse, like going from light to dark and not so many dark in there. But yeah, the one problem I have with these are the shimmers. They are really super chunky, some of them. Like Kali and Mary Jane right here, those are more of the super chunky shimmers. So I do kind of think I need to wear a glitter glue or something with those. But yeah, other than that, these are really stunning, swatch beautifully, and I just need to try these on my eyes. I know, but yeah, cooler toned shadows are really nice, and yeah. Should I do a video on this one? Let me know. Since I've already swatched them, I don't feel like I can do a first impressions on these, but let me know. Should I maybe do a get ready with me with this one, or a palette bingo maybe would be fun. But yeah, I'm kind of not sure about this formula. I know some people absolutely love it, and I kind of was expecting more from this brand, but that's just from my swatches from these shadows. But yeah, cooler toned, neutral shadows are my go-to for the winter time. Next up, we have the classic ABH Oh Gee Norvina palette. Like, come on, you cannot go a winter without using these shadows, unless you live in Australia and it's summer, you know? But yeah, you have your cooler tones, you have your pinks, purples, mustards, everything you need during the winter season, and yeah, these are just so much fun, and you get some darker shimmers as well, which is not often in palettes this size that you get multiple darker shimmers. So yeah, ABH formula on these smaller palettes are really good in my opinion. They're not my favorite formula. I do like Beauty Bay mattes and Huda Beauty mattes, and even BH Cosmetics are kinda a little bit better than these ABH shadows. So I wouldn't recommend getting it on full price if they still sell this palette. But yeah, pick these up on sale for sure. Absolutely love it. I do need to get some more use out of this one. I have only used a couple of shades from this palette, which is not good because I absolutely love the color story and that's why I bought it. So yeah. The only old eyeshadow palette in this lineup is this next one. All of the others are from December of 2020, so they are a year old or less than a year old, most of them. And yeah, so the old one in this bunch is gonna be the Urban Decay Naked 3. This is my OG go-to everyday makeup look. Because you have your mauves, you have your pinks, you have some darker shades, you have some fun lighter shades. If you're wondering why I'm missing this one, is because I have finished it, and when I worked on this matte white shade that was here, I took it out of the palette. So I only have 11 shadows left in this palette, and I have hit pan on 1. And when I was doing my 2-year internship, I used this so much, and this pan came after I finished my internship. So yeah, this one is really loved, but it doesn't really show because Urban Decay shadows takes absolutely forever to hit pan on. But yeah, I really do like these naked palettes. They are really good still to this day. Even the newer one, the Cyber palette, I absolutely love it, and this is no exception. I'm really happy I picked this up when I did, and yeah, it's just really a stunning color story. Then we have from BH Cosmetics the Passion in Paris palette, and again this one is on the newer side, and I have a pan already in this palette, as you would have seen in my Pan Those Eyeshadows update that went up on December 1st. This is a really beautiful, cooler toned yet colorful palette. You have your greens, your blues, your cobalts, your reds, and then some neutral tones, and even a black. And I'm actually really happy that this is the first from the travel series that I have that I bought. I would love to have some more from the travel series. It would actually be fun to have all of them, just as a collector's item. But yeah, these are good eyeshadows. I have a swatching video on this one up already, and a 3 looks 1 palette, I think it was. So yeah, go check those out if you want to see how these are looking like on the eyes and how they are swatching. But my favorite shade is this one right here. If you don't know, I love my purples, even though I'm wearing a lot of oranges these days. But yeah, this one is just beautiful. Every shade I have used on my eyes so far does blend out nicely. Some of them might take a little bit of time, but you get a beautiful result from this palette. Then an even newer palette to me is from Glamour. You will be seeing a look from this or a first impressions on this you will be seeing a first impressions of this palette on the 9th, maybe. And I'm of course talking about the Wine palette. This is a monochromatic purple palette with a pop of green and red. this is beautiful. I absolutely love it. And oh my god, I used most of the shadows in the look you will be seeing tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video, and I will have a swatch video on this one up really soon. So remember to hit that subscribe button so that you can see all of the swatches of my collection. I have my Sunday swatch party videos going up every Sunday. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I absolutely love Glamour mattes, and so far in the Happy Hour collection, I love the shimmers as well. So I would actually say, if you want some Glamour palettes, go with the smaller ones. I know, like, I do own the Michaela palette and the Ice Cream Dream palette, and yes, those are cute, but the shimmers in these from the Happy Hour collection are better than in those two. So go with these ones, and they are absolutely stunning. Like, oh my god, if you're a purple lover like me, this is your best friend. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, because you will be seeing this tomorrow. Then we have, of course, we couldn't go a video without mentioning Huda Beauty, and I'm actually having a spoiler in this one for my Pandas eyeshadows update coming in about 3 weeks. So if you are following me or have been following me for some time, then you know which shadow is in this palette that is in the Pandas eyeshadows project. But if you don't know, and if you don't want to see the spoiler, then just skip in a little bit. But yeah, everybody knows what the Mercury retrograde palette is looking like, but this is stunning and I absolutely love it. The insides is looking like this. So you do have your neutrals, you have your warmer tone, you have your cooler tones, you have pinks, blues, purples, golds, every single shadow you could want in one palette, and it's still being cohesive, which is not an easy task to complete, and she has done it so nicely. And yeah, the spoiler is right there on the top. So yeah, I know it's not the eyeshadow I'm wearing today, just so that's out there. But yeah, this is like, it's perfect for spring, it's perfect for summer, it's perfect for fall, it's perfect for winter. This is a good everyday, all year round palette. But especially for me, I do wear a lot of purples and pinks in the winter time, and all year round, but these type of mauve purpley pinks are more for the winter time, and this row with blue is just really, really nice for this time of year. So yeah, these are just, I would love for Huda Beauty to come out with an all matte palette. That would be amazing. She just launched her new palette, the Rose Quartz one, and that is so stunning. I really want to pick it up, and I kind of want to pick up the Huda Beauty retro palette, the midi one, and compare them, because I do want both of them, but they are both kind of in the same color story, family story, you know. But yeah, I absolutely love Huda Beauty's mattes, and I do like her normal shimmers. I'm not the biggest fan of the cream to powder shimmers, but yeah, I'll use them. I don't love them, but I will use them. Next up, we have from Natasha Nona, we have the Glam palette. I bought this in December last year, and this is the one of the three Natasha Nona palettes I have. I have four, but I have two this size. I have one that's a little bit bigger, and then I have a small 5-pad. But I bought this one with the bronze palette, and if we're comparing the bronze palette to this one, this is not used at all. I have used it a couple of times, but for me, I saw myself using this one more than the Glam palette, and I probably would have if I didn't put the Glam palette. No, the bronze palette. Oh my god. I would have used the Glam palette, this one, more than the bronze palette if I didn't put the bronze palette in a project pan. And it's the bronze palette I have on my eyes today with a Jeffree Star gray shadow as a eyeliner. So there you go. But yeah, it's mostly shimmers in this palette. I don't mind that. I just wished it was a bit more diverse shimmers in this palette. Like, you don't need 4 silvery grays in one palette. You don't need 2 champagnes. So it's like, it's a beautiful palette, it's just lacking a few colors for it to be a perfect cool tone palette. But again, cool tone neutrals are my best friend for the winter time. I will probably get some more use out of this beauty in hopefully in January or late December. I really do need to play more with this beauty right here. But yeah, Natasha Nona shadows are really beautiful. Some hits and misses depending on the shimmers, but 9 out of 10 times they are stunning on the eyes no matter what. Last palette of this video is a cheaper palette, and the palette with the most eyeshadows in them. I'm of course talking about the Beauty Bay Age of Opulence palette. This is a neutral pinky purple blue teal palette. You have a couple of neutrals like these right here, and then you have your purple side and your blue and teals over here. So this is a perfect companion palette to like this one. For one, you can match it up with the BH Cosmetics one. You can get some lighter shimmers from this one and pair it with the purples in here. Like, this is beautiful on its own, and it's stunning to compare. Not compare, but what's the word? Oh my god. Combine with other palettes. So yeah, even with the Natasha Nona Glam one, these would be a really fun pairing. You have everything from a black to a cream shadow in here, so what more can you ask? Like, there's every single shadow in this palette is unique. There's no shadow that is comparable to another one in this palette, which is good. And yeah, the Beauty Bay palettes are amazing. And have I done a swatch video on this one? I'm not sure, but I do know I have done a video with this one. I'm pretty sure, at least. I have been using some of the shadows in here. I've used some of the blues, I've used some of the purples. I have not used the neutral toned ones, so I should be doing that, but yeah. This is just a gorgeous palette, and again, for me, the mattes are better than the shimmers because it's more like those Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, and not powder shimmers. Like, these are more cream to powder shimmers. They do stick on the eyes good when they are on, and they just stay on, but use your fingers, not your brushes. But yeah, the color story is amazing, and I cannot wait to play around some more with this one. But that is my top 10 eyeshadows for wintertime. As you probably can tell, purples are my go-to for wintertime. I do love a good orange moment like today, and I also do like reds and oranges and greens just to switch things up, but mostly I do stick with my cool toned eyeshadows. So yeah, what is your favorite eyeshadow for the winter season? Let me know. I'm curious. Like, I prefer my cooler tones in the winter and the summertime, and then I prefer my warmer tones in the autumn, and then my more pastel-y in the springtime. That's usually my go-to for each season. So let me know, what do you like, what do you prefer? I'm really curious, and yeah, leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I will see you again in my next video. Bye!